We've created an object using the zero argument constructor. Now let's go ahead and create another object, a second set of variables using the argument constructor, not the zero argument constructor. Right? How do we do it? Well, let's call this one hero1 and this variable hero2. They both can store objects of type character. Right? This one creates a zero argument constructor, a default object, stores it in hero1. Right? This line here on line 6, I'm going to create a character with not default values, but values that I want, right? I want the name to be Daniel. And we can see here in the character class, we have the argument constructor. It takes in 3 arguments, right? The name, the energy, and the attack. And what does it do? It uses these parameters to set the value of name, energy, and attack. So I'm coming over to my driver, I'm giving it the name Daniel, I'm giving it the energy 100, and I'm giving it the attack 7. What is this line going to do on line 6? It's going to jump over to the character class. It's going to create these instance variables or object variables, name, energy, and attack. It's not going to run the zero argument constructor because I put arguments in the parentheses. It's going to run the 3 argument constructor. Right? So over here we have the argument constructor. It has 3 parameters. Init name is going to be set to Daniel. Init energy is going to set to 100, and attack is set to 7. Then what is this going to do? It's going to set the name instance variable to Daniel, the energy instance variable to 100, and the attack instance variable to 7, and it's going to return the object just like the zero argument constructor does. Where does it return the object to? It returns back to where the method was called. Where was the method called? Back over to the driver. Right here on the right side of the equal sign. This call to the argument constructor gets replaced with the object that was created over in the character class. And we save the object in hero2. Okay? So let me go ahead and run the toString to see that it actually does what it's supposed to do. So for now, we're print lining hero1, right? This here is the first object that we created. This here is the second object that we created. So let me go ahead and run this. And you can see in our printout that it prints out empty string 0, 0. That's the first object or the first set of variables that we created. Now this second set of variables, let's go ahead and change this to hero2 and let's run that. You can see here that this second set of variables contains the values Daniel, 100, and 7, right? Because we ran the toString. And so this is how we run the zero argument constructor. This is how we run the argument constructor that sets the values of the instance variables to values that we want them to be set to. And then we can always print them out by running the toString using line 8.